Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Saturday, 30th of May, I think
30th
it is. It's Beltane tomorrow. Happy Beltane to anybody who's
30th of May, 30th of April.
Oh, 30th of April, yes.
We skipped a month already, don't do that. It's still cold outside.
It's because I am so cold. It's 30th of December.
Yes.
And winter's not yet finished.
Tomorrow's Beltane, 1st of May.
And the bluebells are out and absolutely stunning this year. Have you all noticed?
Anyway, so we've just been to Faygate for the second time of this year. And, I have to really be careful this weekend because there's three boot sales.
And if it's anything like the last few he's been to, where he's come back so laden up that storage has become a major
problem. So now, anyway, so I spent £40 today, and how much did you spend, Jen?
In total, £3.20.
£3.20.
You didn't pay for me to get in today, so
no,
I paid for myself.
I didn't.
So that was £1.
And it was only because I only had a £1 coin and didn't have any multiples. I was running on notes today, so Jan had to pay for herself. I'm sorry. Anyway. So let's have a look. Let's see what we got. So
I got very, very little today, only because space, storage, and I'm economising for the next couple of boot sales as well.
I've actually done a bit of research today on what I've bought and what I'm likely to list them at. So what I list it at is obviously not going to be, sometimes I take an offer on something, but it's what has a kind of chance. So. One of the first items, one of my bread and butter items, is coffee machine. It does actually have the tray in there, it's in the bag. But it's a Krupp's coffee machine, and they sell for...
Oh yeah, I'd never realised before that we always say they're Nestle Dolce Gusto, but of course it's not, it's Krupp's.
Yeah,
I never even thought
it's
of that
for
before.
that, but the actual model
the
of it
that go in it are the
is actually a... well, this is a Krupp's KP 1006. Now, I paid £5 for this one, and I will be listing it for £24. So, not too bad, I don't think.
And is it just the Krupp's that come with the red lead? Because a couple last week or the week before came with red leads, didn't they?
I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that one.
I like it when you're in the kitchen and you plug. You don't even have to think about it. You can think, well, that's the coffee thing because it's got the red plug on it. Not that we've got a coffee thing in our kitchen. I don't like coffee and I can't bear the smell of it. But...
So that's the first thing. Picked up some binoculars. Now, I've not heard of this brand. This is Bushmaster. I quite like these. The optics are really clear. I picked these up for £5, but the optics on them are just really nice. They look like they'd be really nice birdwatcher kind of ones in the green. I haven't cleaned them at all, but just having a look outside. Now I'm struggling. I can't actually see this type on eBay, and I've looked on Google. I can't see anything that look like these. I've seen a couple that are Bushmaster, but they're nothing like this.
The thing that I'm always saying to you is look at the strap. Now that's got a decent strap on it. If that was one of those cheap hard plastic straps, you'd know that they're kiddie glasses, but that looks like a decent pair to me.
Well, I picked these up for £5, and I think I might try and get a 60 for these. I mean, they might
go. Writing on there.
They might go for 30. That'll be the
10 by 42mm, fully coated, 304 foot by 1,000 yards, 101 metre, stroke 1,000 metre, 1042 Lux R. That sounds.
Don't forget to have a cup of coffee or a tea whilst you're watching this.
I mean, they need a
glass of wine, even if it's the evening,
or a whiskey, whatever.
A quick shot or whatever.
A bit of a split.
Who knows? Whatever you fancy.
I was just going to say, then they're a bit cruddy,
but well, they're going to need a clean, but they feel like a good weight, and the plastic.
I think you might
it's moulded all. It just they feel to me like they're a bit more quality. I think once they're cleaned up. So anyway, pair of those. I say I'm looking at. I'm going to probably try sticking them on for 60. Unless I find any more details. The trouble with binoculars is you can find out that something like that might actually be a £300 pair of binoculars or something. So you never know. I've got to do a lot more research, but they feel more than like the 20 quid that I might normally stick them on for. And they're, I picked them up for £5, so I feel like that's going to be reasonable. Do you want to go for something of yours, Jeff?
This is something I bought for me, and it's just a little old-fashioned vinegar jar. It had 20p label on it, so very cheap. It still had a little drop of vinegar in. I had to tip it out in the field so it didn't spill in my bag.
Very in the style of the sugar bowls. Similar
to, but the reason I wanted to pick one up is because I use economy of scale and I bulk buy things, and I was getting so fed up with our Sainsbury's not having the bigger size Liam Perring's Worcester sauce. They were only having these tiny silly little bottles for £1.20. I actually got a 4 litre bottle from Amazon, and in doing so, as an exact price comparison between that 4 litre bottle and Sainsbury's price for the one they sell, I actually saved £14 money in buying it like that. And we do go through a lot of it.
Well, we use a lot in cooking, don't we?
But the problem is with the big bottle is you have to decant it into a little bottle. Otherwise, if you go to tip just a few drops, it's going to go horribly wrong. And you did actually manage to get the lid off the actual old Liam Perring's bottle, didn't you?
Yes, yeah, I did.
But that wasn't easy to do. No. And I thought, well, even so, I'm going to get that and then have a spare vinegar bottle.
Yeah, saying that, if you do need to get that the top off of Liam Perring's bottle, you actually got a tip,
discovered a thing this morning. It was actually for a Sarson's vinegar.
Right.
If you want to refill one of these bottles with a lid that won't come off, pour boiling water over the lid, and then that will
makes it more flexible and soften
enough to pull it off.
Yeah, which is really
that's worth knowing.
It's a great little tip, isn't it?
Probably more people would refill a Sarson's bottle than a Liam Perring's bottle, but it's still worth knowing.
Yeah. Right.
So that's 20p I spent on myself.
Okay, so I'm going to go through a couple of these bits. So I wasn't going to buy any DVD players this morning. And then there was this Blu-ray player. So from a DVD player to a Blu-ray player, it was basically there was this one and another one. I'll show you the other one in a minute. I got them both for £4, as in for £4 each. But this is the LG, and so I picked it up for £4. I should sell this for. I've just had a look at what they're actually selling for, and we're looking at about £35. So from £4 to £35, I'm pretty happy with that one. The other one that it went with is a lot larger. This is a Sony, and this is the Sony. It's the BDP S360, and again, this should sell for about £35 as well. So I know I pick up the DVD players, but if I can pick up if I can actually get it to be a Blu-ray player instead of just a DVD player, definitely pick up Blu-ray players every day because they sell. Providing you pick them up for the right price, obviously. And then there was this little we've got a little it's a Logic DVD player. Now all of those DVD players have got the remotes with them as well. So it's a little old Logic one. It's a SCART lead on the back. But I picked it up for £2, and it's not a great deal, but that should sell for 8 to 10. So might even get 12. I don't know, but yeah, there's definitely profit in it. Okay, Jan, over to you.
One of my favourite things to pick up is a Disney mug. This is from Disney Store. Don't know if that's focused properly, but it's a Eeyore.
I like a bit of Eeyore.
Lovely condition. And when I list mugs, I always put a ruler height-wise next to it so they can see exactly how tall it is. And then I'll fill it up with liquid and then pour the liquid into a jug and measure it so I can give the...
exact measurement of what it holds.
Looking at a photo of a mug, you've got no real idea. And if you're buying it for an adult, that's fine. But if you're buying it for a little one, then, you know, it's kind of useful to know how much it would hold as to who's going to use it. So that's what I always do. And then Disney ones I tend to stick on for anything up to £18 and then accept whatever they are.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But it's a good starting place though, isn't it?
But, you know, if I can pick it up for £1, which I did on that one, then I know that that's going to make me some money. There was another one there, one of the 3D ones, but the woman wanted £3 for it. And I thought, I'll put a limit of £1 on mugs. I don't want to be spending more than £1 on mugs. Sorry about the tapping, that's Echo.
Echo, come and sit down.
That's actually the dog doorbell you just heard.
Yeah,
They've got bells on the doors which they ring to go out.
But if I let her out, she's just going to want to come back in again. And it's just like, oh, you can't win,
dogs.
Can you?
They go out and they come home again. Yeah. So anyway, that's my Disney mug for £1.
Okay, so I've got a couple more bits here, and then we'll do your last one as the last bit, shall we?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so picked up. I got 2 cameras for £6. So this to me looks quite a nice little camera. It's a Panasonic. It is the DMC LC5. Now, I think that looks quite nice. It's old.
It's got Lumix on the, I don't know if that's the original lens cover, but it's got Lumix on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Lumix.
It is a Lumix.
Because we went to a Panasonic Lumix thing, didn't we?
Yes, at Park Cameras in Burgess Hill, they were having actually to show about a camera.
People come in and do talks and lectures and things.
And they were showing about their latest camera. This is only a 4 megapixel, which is very small.
For a very big camera.
For a very big camera. Now, to me, I'm thinking, so this is a very early digital camera.
Very, very early.
But having a look on eBay, there are actually some of these going for £80, and then there was one about 200 and something pounds. So I don't know whether these become collectible in some way. But it's a case of we'll have a look. The only thing is, which is slightly frustrating, I didn't look at, which is there is no battery, and it's going to be a specific battery for that. But I'm hoping that I can test it. There is a that's the SD card. Here there is actually a bit for a power supply. So I'm hoping that if I put the power supply in, it might actually run it enough to test it and check that it's working.
Yeah.
You know, I paid £4 for it, so I think it was. Hang on, was it £4? No, I paid £3 for it. So it's one of those take a chance. It just looks reasonable. The next one is now. Quite often I pick up like some Nikons like this kind of camera, which is quite nice. This is a Kodak, so the Kodak don't sell for quite as much as the Nikons would. But I picked this up for £3. It does actually have the it has a SIM card and it has the battery in. So it didn't have a charger, but I do have the generic chargers that can charge these batteries for testing them. And again, for picking it up for £3, that should sell for 20. So that's that. If I can swap it for that, that's pretty good kind of money.
And the bonus of that is it doesn't take any space to store, does it?
No, it's hard. Well, it's like any of those. They don't really take any size. Now the other thing, this one, another camera. It has the battery charger. I actually saw this from two or three rows over. Yeah.
That's got a. I've never seen one like that before. Fuji.
This is a Fuji.
It's a very strange. Just goes straight into the wall.
Yeah. It's an odd plug.
Very bizarre.
So
then if it goes into the socket that way up, you've got your battery hanging downwards.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you stick it on the extension lead, it wouldn't matter so much, would it? But
no.
Just a bit bizarre.
Well, this one comes with a case. It also comes with a spare battery, which is really nice.
And that one charges different types of batteries. That's quite an interesting charger.
Oh, it is actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's a Fuji, but it's a different. I quite like that. It'll be going with the battery, but yeah, that's quite nice. As Jan says, it will charge different batteries on that one. But anyway, so here's this. This is a FinePix F770 EXR, and we turn it on. It does actually come on. Now, interestingly, I don't know if you can see the screen. Down this bottom bit here, you can see a flashing light. And what is flashing is this has got a GPS on it, and it's actually looking for satellites, so that it will actually tell you.
Find one in here.
No, won't find one in here. But it's actually looking for satellites, and it will actually show you where. It'll actually put on the data of actually where the photo was taken, which is a really cool kind of thing. So this is quite a nice camera. I'm kind of almost tempted to keep it.
We don't need any more cameras. 16
megapixel. It's got a ×20 zoom, and it needs a little bit of a clean, but yeah, it's a really nice camera. Now, I actually paid £10 for this, but the fact that I could see that it was working, and that it turned on and that, the extra battery and that, I thought, and the charger, I thought for £10, I thought there's going to be some profit in that one.
You hope.
So, well, if there isn't any profit in it, I'm going to keep it. But this one, I've looked them up. There's actually, unfortunately, there's some of these going for really silly prices on auctions, as in about 20 quid. But then there always is stupid, silly ones on there, where somebody gets a real bargain off the auction. But they've also sold for about 100 quid on the Buy It Nows.
Yeah.
So, and the fact when you actually put on that it's got GPS and stuff on the listings and whatever, I expect that should sell for around about the £100 mark. So that's really good from 10 quid to 100.
Just trying to see over the table what she's doing. Oh, she's got a teddy there. She's all right.
So
if it goes quiet, you have to look and see.
Yes, it's always more worrying when they're quiet, isn't it? Yes, so that is my 3 cameras that I picked up today, and I actually have a total. If all of those were to sell for, they're not going to sell exactly for what I put it on.
But if they do,
the price we're looking at is £320. So from £40 to 320.
Obviously less fees and postage and everything.
Yeah.
But even so, that's a profit.
That's a reasonable profit. So
that works.
Yeah. And your last one, Jan?
My last one, I got another mug tree. Now this one was sold for £1. It's not Marks and Spencer's. This one is Next. Don't know if you can see that.
Oh, better let Bear out here.
And she was selling it for £1 because one of them has a chip at the top. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It is quite a nasty chip. You wouldn't want to use a mug with a chip like that. However, I thought, well, it only takes somebody who's got a set of these and has broken one
or would like some spares,
and needs some spares.
I mean, you've still got.
That's all. All you need to do is find the person who needs spares and.
Well, the other day, didn't you?
But these, in good condition, will sell for up to £25.
Yeah.
The next door, the Marks and Spencer.
But you were saying the other day that even just the racks without the mugs
still sell on their own, yeah.
And obviously you've got the mugs as well, so like you could sell them in, you could split it up and do it individually.
Could do. Yeah.
If you wanted to at some point, if they didn't sell after a while, you could split them up or something.
Yeah, I've noticed that these, is it chrome?
Yeah.
They do need a bit of chrome. The other one I got is a little bit
of a clean.
Needs a little bit of chrome cleaner, but I think we've got some under the sink, haven't
Yeah.
we, from something or other. But anyway, that's God, they weigh a ton though. Feel the weight of that. It's not going to be cheap postage.
No, it's not.
I saw, looking on the sold prices, there was one that had gone for, I think it was £12.99 plus £7 postage.
Yeah.
Good condition, but the person's obviously willing to go £20 for the whole lot. I have no idea what they were brand new. If you've got any idea, pop it in the comments below. I wonder what people would part for.
So which item do you like best out of yours?
Do I like best? I think probably the Eeyore mug.
The Eeyore mug.
I mean, it's not my type of mug because it's too heavy for me, but I love the handle on it. It's got this lovely scroll on the handle.
Hold that mug up nicely so we can get a nice screenshot of it. We use that for the title.
Use it for what?
The title page.
Oh, for the title page. Okay then.
Bring it back. Oh, yeah, okay.
Sorry,
hold it about there. Hold it about there. Sorry, guys, we're just using this for. Yeah, about there. There we go. That looks good. Anyway, so
shouldn't you lean in and look as though you care?
I don't.
Nor do I.
Anyway, that's it. All right, you can put it down there.
Oh, thank you.
Right. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to try and get the films out as quickly as possible, but however, I've got a backlog of about 6 films at the moment, and with this weekend, there'll be 6 films for this weekend. So I've got about 12 films to make over the weekend, so it might be a bit hectic. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do like watching these kind of films and you've got to the end, which this is the end of the film.
Well done.
Yeah, I know.
Congratulations. You got
well
to
done.
the end.
But consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed, because there's going to be a lot more films this year.
And please do hit the like button and drop a comment below, because that does help us.
Yeah, let us know what you think of these items. And yeah,
if you know anybody else who watches these type of films, share us around.
So,
and of course, if you ever see us out in the wild, you know, Neil's got the yellow cap on, I wear the purple one.
Yep.
Come and say hi.
Excellent.
We'll give you that odd look as if to say,
who are you?